Name's Jamie McConnell. I'm one of the 4-H educators in Muskingum County, and we're going to talk to you today about our project, Muskingum County 4-H, The Real Story.
Hi everyone, I'm Trevor Tom. I'm also a 4-H educator in Muskingum County. So when we put together this Real Story project, we had a couple of objectives. One was to create awareness for opportunities in Muskingum 4-H, and so we really wanted to highlight some of those. And then we also wanted a chance to showcase some of the accomplishments and to identify some of those workforce skills that our youth gain through 4-H.
So we put together a promotional package. It was a Facebook video series. We had 11 videos featuring members and their projects, and we'll talk a little bit more about what those projects were in a few minutes. And then a 4-H scavenger hunt that took place at the county fair, which Trevor's going to talk about later.
So when we started looking at this project, some of the equipment that we use, so for recording, we just shot most of these videos on our iPhones, and we had a very simple tripod that we used, and that was basically it for the recording. We tried to make it as simple on the tech side as we could.
And as far as editing goes, we used the program that came on a Windows computer. I will say that one of the things you want to make sure that you do before you start the recording process is make sure that your video format that you're recording in is going to cooperate with your editing equipment. We had a few challenges there that made the project interesting, but we were ultimately able to get our finished product. So we went through the process of selecting youth. We wanted to make sure that we had all of our major livestock projects represented. We have a lot of livestock in Muskingum County, so that was important. But then we also wanted our still projects represented. So we actually did about 2.5 to 3 days of recording. You see the schedule there on the screen. We worked and made sure that we tried to find male and female, youth of different ages, all over the county, so that we felt like our county was well represented in presenting those projects. So we did most of our livestock videos on one day, and then we pulled some folks in for our what we call still projects. I think we had 5 or 6 that we interviewed to showcase those projects on another day later that week. In shooting the video, it took us about 15 minutes to shoot each video. So we had about half an hour at each location, and that was a good amount of time for us to talk with the youth and talk through some of the questions. We recorded responses to the questions one at a time. We did have questions that we would be willing to share with you if you contact us that we used. Things like, why did you take this project? How do you care for your animal every day? And we just kept the video rolling if they made a mistake. We were able, for the most part, to edit out those ums and likes and the things, or if they reached a stopping point and when they weren't sure what else to say, we would just try to edit that out. Publishing schedule wise, we started publishing July 31st. Our goal was to publish all of the videos before the Muskingum County Fair, which opened on August 11th. So we posted about 2 to 3 videos per day at different times during the day. So we wanted to be careful not to publish all the videos at the same time, so that folks would come to expect those and kind of anticipate those and look forward to seeing the videos. One of the things that we did was we created a Facebook playlist. So if you go to our Facebook page, Ohio State Muskingum County 4-H, you can find all of the videos if you'd like to view those. We created that playlist because what happens on a Facebook playlist is when one video ends, so if the Dairy Projects video is the first video, when that video ends, then it automatically rolls to the next video. So it was a way to increase the number of people that were seeing the project in its entirety.
So we also, in regards to the social media stuff, we ran some kind of promotions through there, and one of them was this like and share contest. So we asked people to like and share this post, and then everyone who did that was entered into a contest to win a voucher for a sandwich and drink at the cattleman stand. And so this was one way not only to get our videos promoted and the scavenger hunt promoted at the fair, but it also allowed us to bring in some community partners. So you can see we use the Muskingum County Cattlemen's Association We also worked with the Muskingum County Dairy Promoters. For everyone who completed the scavenger hunt, we gave them an ice cream coupon. So those are really meaningful for us in bringing in those partners. The other partner there was the Muskingum County Farm Bureau, and they, as you'll see here in the next slide, they were responsible for helping us with the general information about those projects. So they're the posters that you see. The need to know posters are the ones that we created in our office. And basically what we did was we went to our livestock committees and we said, okay, if I was a new member, what do I need to know about taking this project? So we tried to list what projects we had available, and we tried to list just a few project details that they needed to know. One of those was like possession dates. So when do you have to have a steer by, and those type of things. We also put a QR code there that linked them back to those Facebook videos. The other poster was from the Muskingum County Farm Bureau, and those gave more general information about, in this case, cattle for this one. So we also wanted to include a little bit about our still projects. And so we have one kind of area in our fair where we display those. And so that's where the by the numbers poster was hanging, and that one highlighted some of those. If you scan that QR code, it takes you to the videos featuring our still projects. The other one was hanging outside of our junior fair office. And that one is where they learned a little bit about Jamie and I. Our roles are different in our county, and so we wanted to really highlight that as part of this project. So this is the scavenger hunt, and you can see it takes them to various places throughout the fairgrounds, and all the answers to these questions are found on those posters. So some of them are found on our need to know posters, and some of them are found on the posters provided by the Farm Bureau. And so what we found is that teams of youth went throughout the fair and answered these questions. And so we had plastic sleeves hanging around the barns that had these papers in them, and they filled them out. And when they completed them, they brought them back to the junior fair office where we would give them their ice cream coupon.
So we had 50 youth who completed and submitted the 4-H scavenger hunt form, which we felt like was pretty good since it was the first year that we had done the program. And then we had cumulative Facebook statistics we felt pretty good about. We got a lot of post shares, a lot of folks, you see the numbers there on the screen of seeing the videos and increasing the number of people coming to our page and liking our page. So overall, we felt very positive about the project, and we're looking for ways to continue that in the future. So with that, I would say if you're interested in learning more about the project or getting some more specific resources or the extended presentation that we had planned for the in-person 4-H conference, we would be happy to share those with you.